to fashion.
Metwashi.
Okay. Play to share my camera.
Senior uncle. Bye.
Coffee, what to say?
Yeah, fair. I was what to say.
Oh, I do me.
Month in a so.
Asu.
So,
and then say,
and I 30th. I tell so.
Asu.
Say nearby.
Day.
Yeah, you for Clement one.
And soy.
Clement as well.
Ready now.
And on my ready.
And my.
And on my ready. On my ready. Two dear by there's a way ready.
Sir. My.
Wow.
Oh. Let's make me my yacht.
I don't know where you fast na fast resignation letter the bread.
In Ghana for Monsoli. Inshati for Monsolio. Monsolio. Monsoli.
When come we party we are the mini.
Mumuntina Clement Yems. Dio.
Now we are the mini. Me are informed baby free. Do you have a Debbie? I may come sports that we call it baby.
In case sports. Yeah, some what brand to
you? Oh, shit, I mean,
do it here.
Would I go for 170 ever? Get up for sorry, going.
And chat for Monsore.
Who made you cigar? How do we?
A Clement James. And then the 30th number TV, yeah.
You ready?
MJ upon
It's you come up from anyone that you have seen it. Transfer markets now interesting. And I want to start from Italy, but and then you're bidding come on strikers. And my first question I'm busy rich. In the transfer market, you know. Strikers and what Diana? Is it difficult to find a prolific striker today in the market? Because Jokeres, Sesko, Osime, Delap, Ekitiki, Rasmus Højlund. These are all strikers in the market. But still, clubs are not going for certain players. And some other players, we talk about all of that, especially Rich. I have a big question.
Why in Ifashe now? Into a discussion because it looks like I say feedback na dem man in your cry. Ifashe now. Two film two. Two nesa fashion. Why? Two fashion. Na into a age median. So Mr. Obet me join lab on Facebook. In 104.5 FM in China, 104.5. Mommy is okay.
Okay.
I see this.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Rich, let's start from Italy. After say Antonio Conte, edges could have to the we know Antonio. He say he out in the demands ever Correlo de Laurentiis on him. What we are hearing was that Antonio Conte said up a contract extension. Basani extension. And yes, I want to need fear more. But the salary not urgent. I want to. Abra, I want for any extra club demands in the account. Again, I want making sure some of the top quality players, Beba, Rich, after going to meet the Pope 2 days ago, and now in a meeting with Aurelio De Laurentiis, Aurelio Nankasa Babotia Wabekase, Antonio Conte say, Otana, our club him, and he's going to be their manager for next season. And what we know is that next season, still Antonio Conte will be there. After saying Napoli made serious inroads in players like Kevin De Bruyne from team friend in Manchester City. Rich, De Bruyne, Omube don't want Naples come on. They will adore him. Oh, so ball Man City now. I said there is a lot of intensity, heart, or the club, or Gina Park, so Bono in Naples. Why saying Kevin will not like to stop playing football or do Naples come on? They will love him to any extent of personal courage. But in Italy, a lot of managerial merry-go-round. Abranti Ferro, Maximiliano Allegri, Anna Otifi after Juve Juman has gone back to the former club AC Milan. Okochi Omo between 2010 and 2014. in that time Oje the Scudetto or something the Supercoppa d'Italia. He is back with team friend AC Milan. Now whilst he's there, no, Manchester City for at the big offer at a common AC Milan for say Tijani Reinders in common. All person will accelerate. Now Reinders any intent to number member and more honor. And I think that Abrante friend Tijani Reinders is very important for them. Apart from Tijani, Man City for after pulling out of Abrante friend Flying Vets deal, no, the next number 10 that they are looking for Abrante friend Ryan Cherky. Now Cherky, you know, very good dribbler. And my worry is that Rich.
Abrante, maybe I'm the kind of
Money Leonardo. A very good player.
Super player.
Very good player. But Rich again, Man City Jack Grealish. The report is that one shot Jack will be free on. There is Jeremy Duku, a player in a similar fashion as Ryan Cherky, a dribbler, tight space controller. And say Jack Grealish I'm wondering why, because unless the output of a branch friend Ryan Cherky is better than Jack Grealish in terms of goals and assists, because Jack Grealish doesn't give you too much end product. Obama on the ball retention, Obama Salah pulsar ball playing or wing son, but not too much of goals and assists. But it looks as if say Man City for the output, creative output, and also the final output from our branch friend Ryan Cherky, and they've asked a lot of questions from Leon for our Honor. Matthias Cunha, we are hearing, said will be done by the 1st of July. Rich, what we are hearing from Saudi Arabia is that this deal is advancing.
Yeah. And say on any agent, you know,
yeah,
they are hugely considering Saudi, you know, hugely.
Rich, okay, the caveat, Bruno Fernandes, Eddie Jones, so they signed a contract extension the last time on Manchester United. Or say the club has to back him with players that will come and support him to win. Since that time, United haven't really progressed. In fact, I hear a downward spiral for Manchester United. And our branch friend of Bruno Fernandes, maybe, may think say at this age in time, maybe it is better for him to move elsewhere to Saudi Arabia for Al Hilal or Honor and go and play some good football or Saudi Pro League. I think it is going to be difficult. The problem with this is not United are air town, because me a part of the people that always argue say, baby a football do know. You can't hold on to sentiment of a player and as a memories of a player and qua. So you do maybe not say player and qua. Let them go and reinvest the money. I will always go back to the story of Messi for Chelsea. No, a top player. When the new ownership came and now say Okoro, in Kofo Kasai Bebre, and it's now told Messi now. But people have known Chelsea had a profit of 50 million from Messi man because no academy. Now they've reinvested the money and the club looks like they are in the right direction. Something that is very good. Rich. Yendi strikers in community and free Benjamin Sesko. You see, last season, Mikel Arteta and Arsenal echo Benjamin Sesko. Oh yeah, Arsenal here. Benjamin Sesko is the number one choice of Mikel Arteta. Okoye, Sesko ni agent sign a contract extension or RB like giving the reason say Omujiri say boy no development in anywhere and you want to play one more full season at Leipzig, then he can move on to another club. January, Arsenal signed Kohobim. Rich, immediately Andre Bata just came in as a sporting director of Arsenal Football Club. Mikel Arteta, he wants Benjamin Sesko. So also Benjamin Sesko, German Bundesliga anymore. You will have a lot of issues. Social data now the biggest issue Benjamin Sesko the fact that he is a sporadic shooter. And Bofunia Besa be change say obo shot ni baby obi no obo shot ni bi. Iti onye obi or targeted man or killer or box him. But I believe that he has the basics and potential to grow. And until me bisa a question say, do you think that in today's market our transfer window it is difficult to get clinical goal scorers?
And the answer is yes. Because still now why you know you're into Mr. Herman into so. And what the question now be Simon, it's true. Maybe Arsenal fan. But the Arsenal per striker till Arsenal per striker. Because they say it's clear. Say Arsenal pan next season so almost be there. Obi to say Gabriel Jesus say so moving on. Because watch us so injury prone. Arsenal to me for my name to gidi. But this Sesko guy, I've watched him Mashana, Mikairos, Mihena. On Shana, politics. Where sa strikers now. Ebia mano chances bear 3. Obobo baako bi dia tum. Eno kra bia obi na ye adwuma no na wa pratum. On say that strikers na nim goal ni she gidi. This is when Arsenal anytime bia as a season no o coming close so betima Premier League, Champions League and the rest are. You need a prolific striker. Striker go to amount double digit. But some players we no. I feel no more drew the level learning curve ni so. Drew mature stage.
How many strikers in Premier we are here?
Oh, learning curve no so.
How can I say? How many strikers
let
me go. How many strikers we are here? On betting amount 20-30 goals.
And I'm saying entina me so make say. Say strikers na say ho dia. And can me susu say. Arsenal nyom almost such striker and this school. They say strikers one thing. That is the gospel truth.
You see,
you are brand to have ocean.
Relax.
As Arsenal here will be matured.
I think so. Say our analysis not yet just about the goals, especially for strikers. I think that sometimes once you know jumping gun. And I'll give you a clear example. I'll always go back to Darwin Nunez example, no? Because so far the number of goals that Darwin Nunez share of Portugal. Now the number of goals that Erling Haaland share or Dortmund in Germany, they are similar. But Erling Haaland came to Man City, hits the ground running.
Because Man City.
No, let me make my point. Hits the ground running. I don't think because just Man City. And so they are me. I don't think because just Man City. Man City factor ne home. But Erling Haaland had the basics to thrive in the English Premier League, regardless of baby and Oko. So if Erling Haaland had probably gone to Liverpool, Abian Kobe thrive. So I want to have the striker conversation based on your play and hit me aye. And in your way before you are not justifying you bet me going forward. I think that Benjamin Sesko can really develop under Mikel Arteta. Unyabi Alexander Isak and Agbena done deal. But Isak is going to be there for very, very expensive price. In their own cohort. And that is where Mikel Arteta more. The number of goals and the consistency in the German Bundesliga, he can thrive. And I think that Arsenal will get their man. You see, 2023 season, before Senna Chelsea better Moise Caicedo, now in the summer before, any January, now Arsenal for have tried to sign Moise Caicedo. Moise Caicedo throw an Instagram letter begging Tony Bloom Mose up Trauma. He wants to move away from Brighton and go and play at Arsenal because maybe you're feeling it and he needs money. Bloom went here and in the summer he had to move on. Rich, although Chelsea at the time knew that Moise Caicedo was their number 1 target, they went on to go and get their number 2 target in our branch friend Romeo Lavia into Bekaya. When everybody was talking about Moise Caicedo, even Liverpool were close to getting Lavia. Chelsea quickly went to get number 2 target in Romeo Lavia and then patiently waited in getting a branch friend Moise Caicedo. It is the same thing that Chelsea for tries to William Delap. Delap, the main striker Chelsea wants to get. They will get another striker away from a branch friend William Delap. Striker for from Beba.
That's a good chorus.
I don't think it will be Joe Kirsch. Maybe a bit more Joe Kirsch. And I'll give you reasons for every striker and why I think it will happen and I say it won't happen. Liam Delap deal was always going to happen because we him 2 seasons ago, Obo Hull City, our championship, or share 4 goals. Last two seasons, or about Ipswich Town or championship, was 8 goals. Last season in the English Premier League, he scored 12 goals in the Premier League cumulatively. Very, very good numbers. It means that scalability no one. Make scalability. I make sure say, Ofria or Nimbi me page numbers and it is there. Then no the underlying factors of a branch friend Liam Delap. You can say social Chelsea data of the ball season in Nhyira. Chelsea had a 7th in terms of goals from Ashe. And so to compare on exist component, underperform on exist no by about a 90th percentile. You understand what I'm say 90% of the teams our English Premier League did better than Chelsea in terms of overperforming and meeting their XG, while Chelsea underperform on XG. So what we means is that Chelsea ecosystem only a prolific striker. But again, Chelsea game no bono most of the times about against deep line teams are all defending low block no. Into they are a friend in the box striker no boxing him. That is where this boy comes in. And Rich, one of the reasons in here Chelsea were quick with him, they say, Rich, Enzo Maresca and Joe Shields were pushing for him. At time na Manchester United a penalty. Na a Wilcox, Mokaren's boss, any Omar Barada. These people essentially had won Man City before, they know the boy. And they were pushing him to team a friend Manchester United. But Joe Shields and Enzo Maresca were quick. Maresca Nina Yejuma. This is a picture of Joe Shields, Enzo Maresca, any branch friend Romeo Lavia. Omni City junior team no edge cap when Enzo Maresca was there as a manager. So he has said that this is the player that he wanted. Only Joe Shields because she had agents no or promising almost a Champions League football. Now a Champions League football now. Person the branch friend Delap branch friend Liam Delap Edema. No baby Jumani Momo Rich. As a striker, only your friend of ball carry no. So we jaw no kwa weni monum. Now ball no man say onu and carry ball no kwa na Liam Delap has it. So uka so no kwa the focal point of the attack. And we'll share this video on your tactical border. In Ipswich for the game, how many full up airborne? Rich. The only other Ipswich player being air branch friend of Murray Hutchison. Liam Delap is surrounded by about 5 players. But the ball carrying and the technical ability, he is able to carry the ball forward, create a separation, and then score a goal on the day. And that is the quality of a branch friend Liam Delap, or was our ball carry, or the physical ability to hold that play, or just boxing, so the decent ball movement in the box to make sure so they make it movement over there. This is another of the branch friend Liam Delap chances needy. A game against Tima, your friend Everton. So Usha again the video your tactical border. You will realize that everybody over here moving towards the post but Liam Delap varying around no. The movement in the box is good. Defenders need come on him to go and block the ball from the 6-yard box now. Liam Delap edged and waited for the ball to come back. Catch the ball back, then the goal comes in again, and you could tell. So branch your friend Liam Delap, the movement in the box and the facts again. Ujana 1v1, Unzerich. Most of the strikers we are seeing and seeing, 1v1 they are not good enough. This is another one against Bournemouth for centre back a friend is Zabani, which if you look at how Liam Delap took his time, 1v1 in the final third, Liam Delap play, then waits to face the defender. And in this case, we're facing defender no. He is waiting for options to come. When you're friend in the hold that play, see how long amount. Now you have the technical ability to wait, and then wait for our teammates to also come and then make sure that you get something. Now at this point in time, Liam Delap achaya or Babenya the overlapping run. Once he gets it, lays the ball off to the player and overlap your man. That makes the run into this space. Which look at that. Once the ball comes in, Liam Delap will find himself in a very, very good position. Liam Delap job. So he seems to have the potential to be a top striker.
Okay.
Although any finished article, he knows Enzo Maresca, Joe Shields, but Rich, like I said, Liam Delap any Chelsea final pick. Now the question remains, who will be Chelsea's final pick in attack? Ebeye Victor Gyökeres, Ebeye Hugo Ekitike, and I say Ebeye Abrantier, a friend of Victor Osimhen. I am not ruling out even Victor Osimhen as at this point in time. Meaning, you the main person, everybody is in and around Hugo Ekitike because Chelsea have accelerated conversations with him, and multiple reports from Germany and England are suggesting so. And now also, what we are hearing is that in Portugal, Abrantier friend of Victor Gyökeres is on reach. What we say who need here? Big clubs in here are looking away from Victor Gyökeres. Have you asked why?
Maybe the Portuguese league now Bonitia.
And apart from that, his age.
Oh, saying.
Oh, my production check him. Person make catch. My production check age in show.
Let me check in.
He doesn't have a good resale value. All of the players here come once a year. Ekitike, Sesko, Delap, Omu young. So Obana say, I'm far. There is a resale value that these clubs can resell and then get their money back. But Abrantier Ferro, Victor Gyökeres, looks like a very old player. One Championship, Portuguese League. Well, a lot of teams. And yes, the numbers are good. Also, because of the Portuguese League, people are dragging their feet. Oh, in the age,
26.
Delap is turning 27. Goka is 27 this year. The age factor. And then, of course, the fact that Abranti, share the date of birth,
that is 4 June.
4 June, Junior, turning 27. So that is the thing with Abranti, friend, Victor Gyökeres, and people are dragging their feet.
Okay.
The numbers are good, but then people feel say ABI it's not enough over there. It comes down to Osimhen any Abranti friend Ekitiki, near Chelsea Benyano as a center forward.
Me catch project now must spend a lot. And baby, as I say, project Chelsea Modruno. You need a top striker. So Gyökeres in name one we
need. The one a top striker.
It can't be so. In economics, you can't say value for money.
The one a top striker.
Me, something win him.
Why?
I've told you.
Why?
Say a name premier I can. So per striker. The numbers no. Obianti mean doubting. I mean, win him. Victor Osimhen. Go for him.
Well, yes.
Said the Delap, no more supportive striker and a second striker. Mini problem.
Delap is definitely Chelsea's number 2. Another striker will come.
On also bet me, Eshiadia no grow, abe matured. But me feel say, baby, I'm project to say the name can't na diena. Project no, I will get do baby. Sabena afe, ode be GBB.
Arsenal project be 7 years.
In the Arsenal, for instance, Benjamin Sesko Muno, Omuba. Sa double digging, especially in the Premier League.
They can hit the ground running. And in the only thing can say, "Obeti na banu hit the ground running."
Sir,
yeah.
Say ne okru.
Obeti na banu hit the ground running.
Me Sir Branton, I've watched him back no. On sheda nyehun sa. Enyehun.
Well. Obeti na banu hit the ground running. Most of my Barca for say.
Why?
Marcus.
Oh, say alone.
Now what's in your Barca for again? I don't know what's going on with Barca goalkeeping situation. One Garcia ne Makande Testegen story,
I said Testegen say, as I say, one said when he fed war, team him.
That's all not baby. You see,
more man in number 1 there.
Testegen automatically is number 1. I think that Hansi Flick I can several times.
Okay.
But Barca for only GD say, if they would really compete next season again and be consistent, almost solving all of the issues around the goalkeepers. I think that Inaki Peña Beko will just set their green lights to be number 2. Automatic. Now the number 1. It's as if Barca don't trust Stegen fully. One in his ability and Abian health. Abian so Barca don't really trust him. And that is why they see an opportunity in Abrante friend Juan Garcia because he really scores no crowd from 25 or so million or and they want to try and make sure they get the boy from one to come and play for them. The boy is also telling Barca says so is this kind of more bono. Woman assurance as the number 1 goalkeeper.
Okay.
So it means that this summer, by the time either Barca will have Ter Stegen or they will have Juan Garcia, or at least they will have one of them on the day. Our team, my friend FC Barcelona. I mean, that's the roundup of everything. Trent Alexander-Arnold officially our Madrid done, and they are going to pay 110 million to team my friend in Liverpool for them to get him for the Club World Cup. Which Club World Cup? 140 million. I don't know if catch Club World Cup. No, can be a chance to meet Madrid more.
Okay.
You beat me share Madrid more Club World Cup. See, yeah, who's on person with Japan? Yes, you meet here. We had some success in the our code Kakrebi, Edmaya for Wajania and Michelle, and then just a few quotes for you. With me there for coffee. With me, why already for pen or paper. Na memo boss on 10 mouth. Na coffee kesi na kokocha. Rich the first code no 1E. D0 E8 4F 34 odds. 1E D0 E8 4F. Second one here 1E D0 DC 4C and we have 5 odds. Third one here 1E D0 E663 and we have 10 plus odds. And the last one here 1E D0 F592. Michelle, good luck. Radio to Greens, Egu Coats and Tomaye, and then bet responsibly.
That's it, Kofi. Magna ni Adukwe on Facebook.